Hey y'all, welcome back to the kitchen. I hope you've been checking out all the content I've been posting here lately in my garden. And just little snippets here in the kitchen. I've been doing a little bit of both. So I hope you guys enjoyed that veggie pizza I made. OMG. I have a video for you. I'll post it here soon so you can see exactly what I did to make that glorious veggie pizza. It was super delicious. In previous videos, I mentioned my husband's not a fan of red sauce, pizza sauce, spaghetti sauce, all that kind of stuff. So that pizza was made with barbecue sauce. So I'll upload that video at some point in time here during the next couple of weeks. But man, that thing was good going down. So we're actually cooking dinner tonight. And before I begin, thank you all for your support, your continued support. Thank you for your views, your likes, your shares. It is much appreciated. And don't think I see your comments. I see your comments. But on T's Veggie Treats on YouTube, we are approaching our 100th video, guys. Like, hey, I'm looking for ideas. If you have something you want me to cook, like I said, be fair. Make sure it's something that grows in the U.S. Make sure it's something feasible. And I listen. So if it's something you want to see me cook, or you have an idea of something that you would like to see, or something you've wanted to try, you just haven't had the courage to do it, I am not scared to be in the kitchen. So hit me with your best shot. So if you have an idea what we can do for our 100th video, I still can't believe I'm saying that. Like, I think we're on video 97 or 98 now on T's Veggie Treats on YouTube. So I'm excited. Like, I'm just trying to figure out how in the world I had time for 100 videos, but apparently I did. So without further ado, we're gonna do tonight's dinner. But listen, don't forget, like, share with your friends. Anybody that's thinking about a vegetarian, partial vegetarian, sometimes vegan diet, I'm here. I'm definitely here. And occasionally, like I said, I might eat fish like maybe 2 or 3 times out the year. But I'm particular. I don't eat everything, guys. I'll have me a piece of snapper or some tuna. But that's where I draw the line. All that other stuff, shrimp, crabs, it ain't happening over here. And, my husband will still eat chicken and things like that. So I split up our meals. We share our veggies and whatever else things that we're eating. But I'll still cook for him, But again, like I said, if you have, and I've said it thousands of times, if you have a family that has different dietary needs and you're a split family on certain things that you eat, don't punish your family. I just try to make sure it's the best of whatever I can buy. I still want my husband to eat good, so I do organic chicken or organic something, whatever it is that I can get that's best of the best quality for him and myself. That's what we're doing. So anyway, skip the commercial, as my husband would say. I wish he was home because he gives good commentary. He's a class clown on certain days. But anyway, tonight's dinner. You've seen me make cabbage before, so cabbage is already cut up. We're going to cut up some onions and peppers, and we're going to go to town on that. If you have not seen me make veggie chunks, this is a nice meat substitute. I know it's backwards, guys. Please forgive me. But this is a nice meat substitute. The veggie chunks, and it's very simple. They're dry. You just rehydrate them with hot water, and then once you've done this, you'll strain it and then press out all the excess water, kind of how I do my jackfruit. Especially if you get the young jackfruit that's in a can, you just take all the moisture out. That's what you want. Take the moisture out, and this is just like tofu. It takes on whatever seasoning you want. So if you want to curry it, you can curry it. If you just want to season it with whatever else to make it taste like steak, you can do that if you want. Whatever you want. You can do pretty much anything with it. Again, it's just like tofu. The only difference, it just look a little different. The texture, it does have a texture of meat when you eat it after it's cooked. I would like to compare it to maybe like chicken. So, but it takes on whatever you want. So you can do whatever you want with it as far as seasoning. I typically do like a brown stew seasoning, or I'll do just, like some onions and pepper sauteed, just something with some gravy. and or I'll, you know, curry it. So you can do whatever you want. So that's what we're having tonight. And I have some green banana. If you're not familiar with green banana is unripe banana. We typically boil it. And I like to say it's a nice substitute. If you're just tired of eating potatoes and you want something that doesn't have so much starch in it, you still get your potassium. Green bananas, you just boil them. You can put a little bit of salt and pepper, a little butter on them. It's good for breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you want. Tonight is for dinner. And if there's anything left over, it's going to be for breakfast in the morning. So that's what we're having for dinner. I got some rice here. I think my husband might want some rice, but if he sees this, then he may not. But we'll see. If he does, rice is easy to cook, but I'm not cooking that right now. I'll do that when he gets home. But anyway, cabbage is cut up. Already cut up, ready to go. I have a little bowl under there to catch any excess water so my counter's not wet. Here's that beautiful green banana. It's just boiling away. I'm getting ready to turn it off. Okay, we have our pan ready. Our cabbage is going in there. We have our pot ready. Our veggie chunks is going in here. And then we're going to cut up these beautiful onions and peppers. Now, why do I have two? Okay, if you've seen me make any type of veggie sandwich, you know I am a huge fan of red onion. However, when you're sauteing certain things and you want to give it a more meaty or hearty taste, it's good to use that red onion. It gives a different flavor than the yellow. So my yellow onion is going in my cabbage. This beautiful, lovely red purple onion. That is going with my veggie chunks. It gives it a different kick. I can't explain it to you. It just, that purple onion, it sets everything off. I can't explain it to you, but it just is wonderful. So, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get things going. I believe my pans are ready and hot. I'm switching up knives today because I need to sharpen my handy dandy one. And I typically like to keep my handy dandy, but this is Mama. And she's well sharpened because I don't use her a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and use Mama today. And as you can see, without effort, it just cuts like a charm. So it's time to sharpen up my other one. I've used that. That's been my favorite knife from day one. So she don't cut like this anymore. So it's time to be sharpened and get that back together. But in the meantime, I'll use this one. Okay, got those going. I'm gonna go ahead and toss those over so I can give myself some room. I did not get my big cutting board. You know, I'm gonna let you see those glorious onions and peppers cooking, so. Oh, I miss my knife cutting so smooth. I put some miles on that poor little baby. It needs some sharpening. And the tears are gonna fall. Tears of joy. Gotta love onions. All right. Let's turn you over here so you can watch me work. Turn that up. It smells so good in here. Just onions and peppers, man. Just cutting the rest of these off of here so I can get myself ready. And composting everything. If you guys saw my compost, man, this stuff going on. This is going in there too. And if I get something volunteer, I'm not complaining about nothing. I'm not complaining. We can't throw away everything and we can't waste everything. So we gotta make some moves. But I think what we got going on is special. We get a best of both worlds. All right, so I have some hot pepper. We're gonna throw that right on in there too. And if I get me a good little piece, I can probably share it up between. Now, you gotta be careful with the hot pepper because it is hot. So with this, I want some seeds too. Just a little bit. I don't want to kill the meal, but I do want a little bit of heat in there. So I'm gonna drop that in there. I know my oil is ready over here for, let me get those seeds over there. There's little seeds in there. Yep. I know that oil is ready for the cabbage, so we're gonna try to stay away from that because it is hot. So I'm just gonna slide that over off the heat a little bit because this is calling me. Next order of business, we're going to drop some thyme in there. Always make time for thyme. Guys, I cannot wait until I can get my thyme out of my yard. Let's get us a wonderful spoon. All right. Ooh, hello. Okay. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit because what I want you guys to see, again, if you haven't seen me do the veggie chunks, then, you know, you can see me do it now. But basically, all I'm doing is just taking that veggie chunk and I'm going to strain it. See this? The water's in there. What I like to do is I like to take it, let me show you here. I like to take this and pour it in my strainer. Try to fit all of it. Ah, we did good. Okay, I'm gonna put that over my bowl. Now, my baby strainer, I'm gonna put on top and press all that liquid out of there. Bring you over here a little bit closer. Press it right out. It is extremely hot. If you can't see that smoke, I don't know. But it is hot. So I'm just trying to get all that excess moisture out of there. Okay? And then I'm going to show you what just came out of there. Look at that. So that's the excess water. We're going to get rid of that. And we don't even need to put that back in the bowl because it's going straight into the pan with our onions and peppers, just like meat. Okay? All right, let's build this thing. Look at this, y'all. Lovely. So beautiful. And the smell is phenomenal. Okay, so we're going to take this up a notch. We're going to put our chunks right on in there. Now, look at that. Now, yes, look at this. It's going to take on whatever we add to it. So we're going to give it some nice, good seasoning. We're going to let it brown first. All right? And while we're letting that brown, we're going to go ahead and cut up our onions and peppers and the rest of this thyme and add that to our oil for our cabbage, which is ready now. It's a beautiful sound. Okay, so with this cabbage, because we already have it cut up, I'm going to cut these in rings. Just a little different style. Come on, baby. You know, when you get towards the end, it kind of rock a little bit. All right, so now that we're at the end, we could just half this off. All right, and then chop it just like that, and that's going in our cabbage. Give this a quick stir. Oh no. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is hit this with a little bit of black pepper while I'm getting this onion and pepper together. I put it on the big side. It's so pretty. It's just a nice meal. I have a little bit of kind of like a spice blend. It's a Jamaican spice blend. I'm gonna add a little bit of that in there. And then I'm going to add some complete. Okay? And then I'm gonna add some onion powder to that. And saute that around. Alright. Had to get my little oven mitt. This pan is hot. Alright, let me show you guys. I'm getting ready to sneeze. Excuse me. That's that black pepper. It's so good, but goodness gracious. Alright guys, look at this. Okay, so it looks like if you just have an eye for things, you can see how it can be a nice substitute for a chicken. Okay? There it is. Of course, we're not leaving it like that. I want to brown stew it a little bit. Excuse me, here, sneezing again. Sorry, guys. I'm going to turn this down on low and let that simmer just a little bit. It's on low. Here we go. So now, with our cabbage, I'm going to add our onion. That pan is piping hot, y'all. And we're going to cut up our peppers and go to town with that too. Now remember, we already put our little hot pepper in there along with our thyme. So that's what we got going on with that. The pepper's in my nose, y'all. I'm trying to work with it. We're going to just cut these peppers up real good. Alright, nice glide through. One more time to make sure it's not too chunky. Okay. And then we're going to add that right on over to our lovely onions. And of course you get to see firsthand what's going on in this pot. Ah, looky there. Looky, looky. There's that pepper that has not gotten in there. We just kind of let that cook on its own to get some nice little heat in there without the heat. And then we're going to go ahead and saute this down. Turn up the heat some. And now that our heat's turned up, we're going to add that cabbage. Watch out, y'all. Hopefully I'm done sneezing now. Good gracious. So, we're going to drop it in. I like to kind of layer it a little bit because once you put the lid to the pot on there, it's going to cook down anyway. It looks like a lot, but trust me, it's not. All right. So what I like to do is throw the lid on there and let it start cooking down, and then I build my flavor with it. In the meantime, let's check on these veggie chunks. Hello guys. All right, so see, the consistency gives you that flavor and texture that you miss in chicken. If you're just now starting your journey and you don't know where to start with things like tofu or butternut squash, black beans, red beans, veggie chunks, things like that that will help you make the transition. Or if you just want to do meatless, maybe a couple of times out of the week, just to give yourself a break from eating meat every day, start with something like that. I'll tell you, I started with just all veggies, and then I found other options that I like, because every now and then, you know, I like me a good black bean burger. I've never really been a fan of hamburger per se. When I was younger, I'd like a little, maybe something off the grill or something like that, but that stuff gets old after a while. And sometimes you want that flavor, but you don't want to really eat it, right? So that's just one of those things. Just find something that's similar to it and start there. Okay? So let's see what we got here. Give me a little bit of counter space here. Hopefully I finally stop sneezing. Let me wash my hands. But that pepper got a hold of me. All right, so we're going for a brown stew type seasoning here. So what I'm gonna do, I use a nice little brownie. This is Jamaican brownie, but you can get brownie anywhere, okay? And it's just like it's burnt sugar. So this is why, you know, when you see a lot of Jamaican cooking, such as brown stew chicken or oxtails or things like that, that nice dark color, well, this is where it comes from. Okay. Let me get my oven mitt. Oh yeah, I see you. Okay, we just want to brown this. Nice, nice, nice. See how it looks different now? Okay. Before we go any further, let me check that cabbage real quick. I see the dew building. This is how you know your method is effective. Look at this. See the little dew building? Cabbage makes its own water. So, we have cooked down some. And it smells good. All right. We're going to give that a little shake and shimmer because I do want to make sure that we got enough liquid to cook up those onions. The idea was to get those onions to caramelize and build that flavor at the bottom. Now we're gonna mix everything together. I just added a little bit of hot water to help me with that transition. And you'll see, it almost looks like a cabbage stew, okay? Okay, we have no seasoning in here. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna add some seasoning. Give it a little bit of complete. And we got some onion powder. You haven't seen a trend. You know how I cook. Some black pepper again. We don't need a whole lot, but okay. And then for me, because Complete has all the flavor, but it doesn't have a whole lot of salt in it, guys. I got some sea salt, and that's about a teaspoon. That's what's going in there, and that's it. Also, I'm going to add a little bit of hot water to our veggie chunks. And while I'm working on this cabbage, I'm going to let them stew down some too. Alright, so let's mix in our seasonings. So delicious, so yummy. Okay, so with cabbage, I typically like to taste my cabbage, like the juices, just to make sure it has enough seasoning in it. I typically do that off camera, but since you're here, I'm gonna do it. Since you're here, I just take my spoon. Now remember, this is not like, you know, raw anything. I eat my cabbage raw and cooked, so I just want to make sure that I have enough flavor in my cabbage, the juice, to make sure it doesn't need anything extra. So that's nice. Let's take that pepper. That's good. I might add a little pinch of salt. Actually, no, I'm just going to put a little bit of Complete on here. Just a little bit more Complete. I don't think it needs any more salt. Just a pass through and some garlic powder. And I think that will take care of that. Okay. All right. Now, what I like to do with my cabbage, I like to cook it real nice and slow and let it steam. I don't like it mushy. So once it gets to a stage of tenderness, because it's still going to cook anyway, I just turn it off. I turn off my cabbage, I put the lid back on, and just let it finish doing whatever it's going to do. So that way you don't have cabbage mush or cabbage potatoes, mashed potatoes. And it still has somewhat of a crunch to it, okay? So that's what we're doing with that. But not crunchy raw. You're actually cooking your cabbage, but you know, you get what I'm saying. It's like overcooking broccoli. You don't want broccoli mush. You want to taste your broccoli, and you want to have a little bit of crunch to it. So because this is still cooking, I'm just going to put the lid on and leave it alone. So it's off. Now, those veggie chunks. Let's see what's going on in this pot. Hello, guys. Ooh. Hello, hello. Man. Talk about cooking up nice. I want y'all to see this. Look at that. Now, talk about a meat substitute. Now, typically with anything brown stew, you're cooking it Jamaican style. You have to have a little bit of ketchup in here, okay? So, but I'm tasting for flavor right now. That's delicious. Ooh, yum. Oh man, that's good. Okay, let me get the ketchup. Oh wow, you guys, I love that flavor. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of ketchup here. Drizzle across the top. Just like that. Mix that in there. Just like that. And that's it. We're going to put it back on. Let it simmer That's veggie chunks. Look here. Let me tell you something. The days of being in the kitchen for hours, sweating over the stove. Now, granted, I did prep, okay? But I did a lot of prepping before I turned on this camera to show you dinner, what we were having. And I did that on purpose because I'm still working right now. So with that being said, you know, this is how we do. You cook dinner, you work, get back to work. I got laundry going. You know, it's just one of those things where you can find something. And if it takes time, then do the things that are going to take lengthy. And then we actually take a break. Just throw everything together. I did that. That 30 minutes. So, you know, we cut up some things, but it's a manageable and doable thing. So just wanted to share with dinner tonight. I haven't been in the kitchen in a while, so I missed you guys. I mean, well, filming. I'm in the kitchen every day. But just to film what I'm actually cooking. So I've missed you. I hope you enjoyed this dinner. You know, of course, I'm going to give you a picture of the meal. Like, whoa. But for right now, this is where it's at. One more view of those beautiful veggie chunks, okay? You're not going to miss me eating this, okay? You're not going to miss it. Not even a little bit. You're not going to miss it, okay? Cabbage. See how this is off and it's still cooking? I know the green banana is something new. You guys haven't seen me do that. That's a little hot. Let me get my mint. But listen, that's a nice substitute. If you're just, you love potatoes, but you're just tired of eating the same old potatoes, get you some green banana. Boil them. Okay? Don't overboil them, but, you know, just boil them to tenderness. And let me tell you, a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of butter. Let me show you the green banana. Because y'all like, green banana? Girl, what are you talking about? Hold on. Hold, please. Green banana is green banana. I was so fortunate. You know, my husband went to the store and got some, but I had a neighbor some years ago that had a banana tree in her yard. These are green banana. Okay? And she used to give me bushels of green banana all the time off her tree. When I tell you delicious. So all you do is wipe this banana off, okay? Wipe it off. Cut the ends. My small pot, I cut it in half, but most times people use a big pot. You leave it whole. Slice it right here. Just so when it is done cooking, it'll kind of like open up and you just peel off the peel and eat the banana inside. That's it. Boiled green banana. Some people smash these, they fry them, you know, but this, in the morning, for breakfast, with Aki, oh, veggie chunks, breadfruit, man. Green banana, okay? And for those people who like fish, you can boil that green banana, fry you up some plantain, get you some avocado, fry you a little piece of fish. Y'all don't know what you're missing. But that green banana is wonderful. So again, if you love potatoes and you're just tired of them, you want something different, just boil some green banana. Salt and pepper, a little bit of butter. Yum, yum, yum. All right, guys, that's dinner tonight. I'm going to get back to my desk. I got some things I need to wrap up before I sign off. And I'll see you with this picture here for what this plate gonna look like. Because I'm telling you, y'all, and I'm not saying, I say it every time, I'm not saying it because I made it, but I'm telling you, it's delicious. So, anyway, I'll catch you in the next video. Don't forget, Tea Time with Tea on YouTube. Everything, all things travel in my life, things I'm up to, garden life, everything's over there. This is just for cooking over here. I'll leave a link in my video. If you're on YouTube, you'll see it down below in the description. And for those that are on Facebook, you've seen me upload my videos for Tea Time with Tea. Just click on there and just like it, subscribe, and share it. Easy peasy. Okay, so I'm getting ready to, I don't know, I might go out there and compost my bag of compost. I just cut up a watermelon last night, so I got a lot of watermelon rind, and I really don't want that to sit in here. But it's getting dark now. I might do it in the morning, but We'll see how I feel. Anyway, but that's what's going on. Welcome back to the kitchen, and I'll see you on the next video. If I'm not in my kitchen, I'll see you in my yard, but I'll see you soon. Okay? Have a good night. Bye.